One of the biggest questions I get asked all the time in like email, or I recently posted this video about kids and organizing, picking up their stuff, is I taught my kids, but like they aren't doing it. That's like the number one generalization of like the question I get. And I have a lot of thoughts on this topic. When it comes to kids and organizing, teaching them one time is not going to be enough for it to actually stick. And most parents don't like to hear that because they're like, well, I just don't have time to do all of this stuff. And trust me, I understand. It's like, how many times do I have to ask you to do a task? But if we're using like vague terms like clean up, we aren't giving kids the specifics that they need in order to actually execute the plan. Okay, so here's my example for this. When we ask our kids, go clean up your toys, that just means, I don't know, like, because they don't totally know what needs to be done. So I need all your toys put into bins. It's a very different direction, but it has a very clear outcome. So that's why we as parents need to change our language, and we need to teach kids over and over and over and over again all about what it means to clean up, what it means to organize, what it means to do all of these specific tasks. So the example I'm going to use is back in the day when I was teaching, after every break, even if it was a long weekend, we had to reset our entire classroom and all the routines. Like, I spent an entire day getting all of our routines back on track, even if it was just like, oh, they didn't have school on Friday. So that Monday, we would have to reset all the routines because they would forget where to put their papers, where their books would go, what to do if they have to go to the bathroom. It's all those silly little things that we have to reteach after any sort of break. So for you as the parent, if your routine changes, then the next night it's like you're starting over from scratch. And that's like not what I know a lot of parents want to hear. Trust me, I completely understand. It's tough having to be like, okay, I just taught you this. You should know better. But because kids' brains need multiple times to go through a specific task in order for it to be mastered, just like, well, any human needs to do this over and over again. You're not going to get it just like once. So start thinking that way. Start thinking like, okay, if we missed a night of this routine, then we're going back to the start. I'm going to have to walk you through all of the steps. We need all of the toys in the bins. I want, the big toys need to be put in the corner. If you have like a ball pit or something, like all the balls need to go back into the little, pit thing. The train tracks go on the train table. The art supplies go in the art bin. All the little tasks need to be broken down again. That's like where we have to start. We always have to go back to the beginning. As parents, we have to change our verbiage, our words that we are using in order to get our kids to actually like do the task, in order for the kids to actually stay focused and like do what we want them to do. Instead of getting frustrated, you aren't doing X, Y, or Z. You didn't tell them to do X, Y, or Z. So we have to take a step back, and we have to basically change our expectations on what we want the kids to do. I want all the toys put in the bins. I want all the markers put back into the holders. I don't know, what are those things called? The marker box? We'll just say that. You want all of these specific tasks broken up, just like you would do the very first time you're teaching your kids how to clean up a space. And when you do that, you will see the transformation of the toys, of the cleaning up, of the specifics. I want all of your t-shirts put into this drawer. When you do that, it's like game changer. But we have to get specific as parents. And so that's the work we have to do. So whenever I get that question of, well, I taught my kids and they just aren't doing it, I always have to throw back, but are you telling them the specifics? If you break the routine, do you start over from the beginning? Are you making it easy for your kids to put things away? That's the other piece. If you say I need everything put in bins, but all the bins are too high for them to even reach, is that a reasonable expectation for your kids? Or should that expectation look a little different? Do you need to lower the bins? Do you need to change the location of the bins? Do you need to change the type of bin it is? All of those things need to be in consideration when you are like, okay, my kid is not cleaning up and I already showed them what to do. So make it a point to look at the words you are using when you ask your kids to clean up. That matters. It's so significant into the end result that I want you to make sure you are using the right words. And if you need a little help when it comes to cleaning up at the end of the night, I have 5 free secret agent missions to help your kids clean up. It's so much fun. My kids love it, and it's specific tasks. tasks so you can get used to using the language of what it is you want your kids to do and how you want them to clean up. So grab that below where you're watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, I know you will love these other videos